So great news, everybody. The day after the stock market completely crashed because Donald Trump suggested in a Sunday interview with Maria Bartiromo that perhaps a recession is coming. And again, that led to massive stock sell-offs on Monday and Tuesday of this week. But on Tuesday morning, after the big market crash, Donald Trump decided to get on Truth Social and make everything 1,000 times worse. Because not only did people lose their 401ks, big businesses saw huge gains wiped out. I think overall the market lost $4 trillion in value. And then Trump got on Truth Social and announced even more tariffs against Canada. Here's what he says. Based on Ontario, Canada placing a 25% tariff on electricity coming into the United States, I have instructed my Secretary of Commerce to add an additional 25% tariff, up to 50%, on all steel and aluminum coming into the United States from Canada, one of the highest tariffing nations anywhere in the world. This will go into effect tomorrow morning, March 12th. Also, Canada must immediately drop their anti-American farmer tariff of 250% to 390% on various U.S. dairy products, which has long been considered outrageous. I will shortly be declaring a national emergency on electricity within the threatened area. This will allow the U.S. to quickly do what has to be done to alleviate this abusive threat from Canada. If other egregious long-time tariffs are not likewise dropped by Canada, I will substantially increase on April 2nd the tariffs on cars coming into the U.S., which will essentially permanently shut down the automobile manufacturing business in Canada. No, you idiot. It will shut down the automobile manufacturing business here in the United States, as will your additional tariffs on steel and aluminum. You know why we're bringing steel and aluminum in here, right? Because those cars that are allegedly made in the USA, yeah, they're made here. They're put together here. But we rely on steel and aluminum from Canada. Like, you just increased the price of cars, Okay, whatever. I'm going to keep reading. Those cars can easily be made in the USA. Not with your tariffs on steel and aluminum. Also, Canada pays very little for national security, relying on the United States for military protection. That's definitely not true. Where we are subsidizing Canada to the tune of more than $200 billion a year. Why? This cannot continue. The only thing that makes sense is for Canada to become our cherished 51st state. This would make all tariffs and everything else totally disappear. Canadians' taxes will be very substantially reduced. They will be more secure militarily and otherwise than ever before. There would no longer be a northern border problem. There isn't one now. And the greatest and most powerful nation in the world will be bigger, better, and stronger than ever, and Canada will be a big part of it. The artificial line of separation drawn many years ago will finally disappear, and we will have the safest and most beautiful nation anywhere in the world, and your brilliant anthem, O Canada, will continue to play, but now representing a great and powerful state within the greatest nation that the world has ever seen. And Donald Trump needs to be put in a padded cell for the rest of his life. He's insane. These are the rantings of a madman. These are the rantings of somebody who shouldn't even be allowed to have the keys to an automobile, let alone the code to the nuclear weapons. He is a crazy person, and I don't see how anybody can deny that anymore. This man is fucking insane. Bottom line, he's crazy. There is something wrong with him. If Biden had ever come close to saying anything close to this, y'all would have been calling for the 25th Amendment, lock him in a padded room for the rest of his life. Not a peep about Donald Trump's mental health after saying this absolutely insane and completely factually inaccurate statement. He's driving up costs for American consumers. Canadians actually pay a lower tax rate and have universal health care than we have here in the United States. Their taxes would go up if they became a part of this country. Not to mention, you can't even do that. You don't have the authority to just say, you're a state now. Thank you. Love it. And even if you did, you do realize that would pretty much guarantee that Republicans would never be able to win the Electoral College ever again, right? So be careful what you wish for, idiot. Not that you're going to get it. I'm just saying, you're not thinking about anything. Your tariffs are killing this country. There is no doubt about it. Even Republicans are waking up and they're admitting that. You screwed the pooch. But rather than admitting your faults, your mental delusions and your mental illness is causing you to double, triple, quadruple down on them, and we, quite literally, pay the price for it. This is what happens when you have a genuine crazy person sitting in the White House. Thanks for watching, everybody, and if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.